EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Mostert. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. This is Mostert. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. First and 10, it's Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Texans first down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Good shot, good shot. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. T.J. Logan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Mostert. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
With the score, Texans 7, 49ers 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, they go with Mostert again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. To throw, Kaepernick. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And 8.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now Kaepernick again. A screen to Bell. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Niners 13. Texans 7.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
So that one will be accepted. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Watson. Gets this one to Hill. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I think you can make a fair case for Tyreek Hill being the most explosive player in the NFL when he gets his hands on the football, and that was Exhibit A.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half #1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half #1. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick flushed out right. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
A 27-yard attempt.
And a 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter #2.
So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
They they've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Watson, off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jason Pierre-Paul able to record his 5th sack of the season. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
The 18-yard line.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw, Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Option play, and Kaepernick's going to run with it.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaways.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the gun, here's Watson. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have once again taken the lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He may try and run for this. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Mostert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Watson's going to throw it here. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Down. Logan. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Williams on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Houston.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Texans, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the loss knocks them from the ranks of the undefeated as they drop their first game of the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.